from the Technology Center on the campus of Herkimer College. This is HCTV News, a student-produced newscast covering Herkimer County and the community it serves.
Hello, I'm Christopher Klausner and welcome to HCTV News from Herkimer College. We're here every Thursday afternoon this semester at 5 o'clock with a full half-hour newscast produced by students enrolled in communication arts programs here at Herkimer. HCTV News is a production of advanced video production students enrolled in communication arts radio and television broadcasting program. Students are walking away from the college today with more of an understanding of what kind of career they will pursue after visiting Herkimer College's career fair. At the fair, 70 local and regional businesses met with Herkimer College students and alumni to discuss potential career opportunities. HCTV News reporter Melissa Kroll tells us that even with tough economic times, employers are still looking to hire.
It isn't every day that RMCC is covered with local businesses and organizations, but today, Herkimer College is having a career fair.
We have 71 companies here to talk to our students and our alumni about part-time, full-time, internship, and seasonal opportunities. So it's a really great opportunity for students to come out right here in one spot to meet with a lot of different companies. If you're looking for work, obviously you want to be here. But if you're looking for an internship maybe, or if you're just kind of scoping things out to see, you know, what are these types of fields or careers that are an option for me given my major. So come out and do an informational interview and talk to the companies that are here. So it's a really great opportunity for our students on campus.
The careers I'm looking at today are Lowe's, Walmart, the Arc. I need a job desperately, so this is definitely helping me.
I would rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, I would say 9 because it's very well. It's not only students; it is also other people from different places outside of Herkimer. So it did turn out pretty well.
Walking around the career fair this afternoon here in RMCC, a lot of students are saying they're very thankful for the wide variety of businesses and organizations that came out and are hiring. One of the students I ran into actually is HCTV News' own Sean Messier. Sean, what do you think of the turnout here today?
I find that the turnout is actually really mind-blowing because I've never been to the career fair. Naturally, I thought it was a kind of big thing because a lot of people need jobs, but the turnout's huge and I'm really impressed. Really impressive. It was a job well done.
It seems like a lot of students are saying that.
Yeah, I think the feedback is generally positive because there's a lot of things to do here. There's a lot of employers. There's a lot of on-the-spot things going on, which is a really interesting thing. It's probably beats having to go in for a private interview by being a little bit less scary because there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of colleges and everything, so there's a lot to look at.
That's a really good point. This isn't a job interview where you get all nervous beforehand. You can just walk up to someone, have your resume, be dressed up, and say, hey, can you tell me about your organization?
Yeah, and it's good because it's practice for preparation. Like, even if you don't get an on-the-spot interview, you're supposed to dress up, bring your resume and whatever. It's always good practice to have that stuff done and prepared for in the future so you know what you're doing when the time actually comes to do something like that.
For more information on today's career fair and other events that are coming up here at Herkimer College, visit www.herkimer.edu. For HCTV News, I'm Melissa Kroll. Back to you in the studio.
A stabbing has occurred within the walls of one of Herkimer College's reservoir-run apartment buildings. In the early morning of Wednesday, March 26th, a Herkimer student was stabbed in the shoulder by a fellow student. The victim was transported to Little Falls Hospital to be treated for a knife wound. The knife-wielding student, Inesha Briggs, was arrested and charged with second-degree assault and criminal possession of a weapon. For now, Briggs has been temporarily suspended from attending Herkimer College and is serving time in Herkimer County Correctional Facility with a $25,000 cash bail or $50,000 in bonds. Dean of Students, Dr. Matthew Hawes, says that here at Herkimer, campus safety is our #1 concern, and our campus safety officers respond right away. For more information about campus safety and who to contact when something happens, you can confidentially report a crime by emailing silentwitness@herkimer.edu or calling the college's tips line at 315-866-0300 and dialing the extension 8477. Again, you can email silentwitness@herkimer.edu or call our tips line at 315-866-0300. extension 8477. During Herkimer College's spring break, the Herkimer, Fulton, Hamilton, Oneida, BOCES held its open house for potential students to check out the Career Tech Center. HCTV News spoke with broadcast occupations instructor Ryan DeMars about the open house and the fact that many of the students who take broadcasting classes have come here to Herkimer College to further pursue their education he has given them.
I absolutely think that the transition from BOCES to college is a wonderful thing. I think actually BOCES is very beneficial to those that are going on to college because it's going to give them a knowledge base to start out with, which a lot of students don't have. I know me personally, I was a BOCES graduate when I was in high school. I went to the radio and TV program that I now teach. And for me, when I got up to Herkimer College, the skills that I already had allowed me to be more comfortable in my surroundings. It wasn't very new to me, so I was able to actually learn a lot more of what I already had a solid foundation of knowledge about. So very beneficial and a nice transition, and I'd recommend it for anybody.
This Saturday, Herkimer College will be holding its spring open house. This Saturday, March 29th, starting at 9:30 a.m. The open house is a great way for potential students and incoming freshmen to get familiar with the campus, its facility, and have any questions you might have about attending Herkimer College answered. Throughout the day, there will be different events for attending to go to, such as guided tours around the campus and housing, a session on financial aid and how it works here at Herkimer, and a Q&A session for both students and parents to attend. During the closing ceremony, potential students could have the opportunity to win scholarships from a drawing they enter into when they check in. During the open house, we will be doing a live newscast so that open house attendees can see how we work and operate. We will have a remote crew live on location in the RMCC building reporting and interviewing from the open house. So if you are attending the open house this Saturday, be sure to stop by the studio in the TC building to observe and learn how we here at HCTV bring you the news. Last time here on HCTV News, we spoke with Brandon Bro during our Newsmaker segment, and he spoke about the band that he plays in, Brian Howell and the Standalones. On April 9th, Brian Howell and the Standalones will be performing live here in the studio for HCTV's production of Play to the Camera. It will be a live performance that will be aired right here on HCTV, and if you are on campus or just want to see the show, then you can be a part of the audience and enjoy the experience in person. Paige Horiender will be hosting, so be ready for a rockin' time when Brian Howell and the Standalones perform live here on April 9th. There will be also another Play to the Camera on April 23rd, where Sayo will be performing. And just a reminder to students, Herkimer College's midterm grades are available online at herkimer.edu/SOS. You can go online and check your midterm grades if you have not done so already. While on the website, if anyone needs to register for summer classes, registration is open. During the summer, Herkimer College is open to mini classes that last the whole summer and count as a semester's worth. So if you need to squeeze in a few classes before graduation or are required to take a summer class, registration is available for you now on herkimer.edu/SOS. There's more coming straight ahead after this break. During HCTV News, I'm Christopher Klausner. Melissa Kroll will join us after the break. She's up next with your complete weather forecast. Stay with us.
Coming up next, the weather outlook for Herkimer and the surrounding areas, here on HCTV News. Stay with us.
Jump into the world of radio production and electronic media at Herkimer County Community College's 91.5 FM WVHC. When the semester kicks in, students take over the airwaves, turning their dreams and ideas into real live radio.
Topping Herkimer County Community College news today with graduation soon approaching.
Are you the next big voice? Find your home on the airwaves at Herkimer County Community College and WVHC. For more information, go to www.herkimer.edu.
Families come in all sizes and shapes. Sometimes your friends are your family by choice, or sometimes you're just stuck with Uncle Charles. Sometimes you've got an office family.
Yes!
And sometimes Team Family has got your back. But what we know is that you want to protect the people that are close to you. The flu can unravel everything. Your flu vaccine protects you and your family. No matter what draws your family together, protect yourself. Protect your family. Everyone needs a flu vaccine.
Apheresis, a Greek word meaning to take away. What if apheresis meant you could have uninterrupted time to watch TV or your favorite movie while saving lives at the same time? The Red Cross uses apheresis machines to save the lives of cancer patients. By separating your platelets, the Red Cross is able to get the blood to the people who need it. Contact your local Red Cross for more information. Make an appointment. Donate. Reschedule. Someone you love may just depend on it.
Now, the weather outlook for Herkimer and the surrounding areas, here on HCTV News.
Welcome back to HCTV News from Herkimer College. I'm Christopher Klausner.
And I'm Melissa Kroll for HCTV News Weather.
Can't believe it's spring. Doesn't seem like spring weather.
I know, it's so funny because March 20th was the first day technically of spring, but it doesn't really feel like spring that much around here in central New York. So, on that, let me talk a little bit about that to you. Today was clear outside. A nice change, right? Well, it's not going to be staying clear for long. As you can see, coming from the west, we're going to be having this large mass, this storm. Tonight, it's actually going to be putting us under a winter advisory. It's going to be snow at first, and then it's going to be changing over into snow and rain. So be careful because this winter advisory is taking place until 10 a.m. tomorrow. All right, let's take a look at tonight's conditions. We're going to have a low of 35 degrees. That sounds pretty refreshing compared to these lows that have been in the teens or even the negatives sometimes this winter. It's going to be a little bit of rain, a little rainy tonight because of that storm mass that is moving in, and winds will be not too bad. It'll be about 15 miles per hour. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow's forecast. Tomorrow, the storm will still be here. It'll be rainy. A high of 52, that sounds pretty nice. 80% chance of rain and winds coming from the south at 16 miles per hour. Saturday, if you have those weekend plans, it's actually going to be partly cloudy, so it might be a good time to get outside. A high of 46. A few months from now, that might sound a little chilly, but right now that sounds pretty well. If you like the warm temperatures. If not, then hey, if you're a snowmobiler, this might not be your weekend. Cloudy, winds coming from the north at 9 miles per hour, so not too windy. Sunday, it'll actually be the same thing. Partly cloudy, a high of 46, a low of 27, so again, it should be around the freezing mark, a little bit higher than that, hopefully. Cloudy, winds coming from the north, again at 9 miles per hour. Let's take a look at our extended outlook brought to us by our friends at weatherunderground.com. Monday will be a nice day, a high of 56, low of 36, and that sun will be out. Tuesday, partly cloudy and rainy, high of 57, low of 34, so if there's any day to break out those capris, ladies, it's probably going to be Tuesday. Wednesday, partly cloudy. We're going to get back down into the 40s range, mid-40s there. Still not too bad compared to what we're used to, and a low of 34. So again, not too bad considering what we've been dealing with. This was one of the coldest winters. A lot of records were broken for the coldest temperatures here in central New York. So I'm thinking a lot of people are looking forward to spring weather making its comeback.
Okay, thanks Melissa for that weather update. When we return, Brady Lawrence is going to get you caught up on the latest regarding the Herkimer General sports teams. Stay with us.
Catch up with the Herkimer General sports teams. After the break, it's Sports Wrap, here on HCTV News.
I never get the flu.
My kids don't need more shots.
I don't have time.
We're all healthy.
No matter how you build your excuses, the flu can blow your house down.
I can't believe I used up all my sick time.
I missed a week of school during finals.
Now my baby has it because of me.
The hospital?
Keep your foundation strong. Vaccinate.
the right connections with your communication arts degree from Herkimer College. Interested in radio? Meant to DJ? Then Herkimer College's radio TV program is the program for you. Learn all about the radio industry, record your own show, or even produce a live one. The possibilities are endless. For more information about communication arts programs at Herkimer College, visit www.herkimer.edu.
Hello everyone, I'm Brady Lawrence, bringing you this week's edition of Sports Wrap here on HCTV News. It's been a busy week for the General sports teams here at Herkimer. Let's get you caught up. To men's baseball, this past week the Generals split games with two different teams while on their spring trip to North Carolina. On Thursday, Herkimer took on Division II Brunswick Community College, taking the first game of the doubleheader 3-1, but surrendering Game 2 to the Dolphins by a score of 13-1. Freshman Mike Harrington made his debut on the mound for Herkimer in Game 1, tossing a complete game while striking out 2. The Generals would then face the Gloucester Roadrunners on Saturday, also splitting games, but this time dropping Game 1 3-2 and winning Game 2 3-1. Leading the way to victory in Game 2 was Kyle Garrison, who picked up his second win in a week, going 6 innings and striking out 4. Herkimer will next face Jefferson Community College away next Thursday at 2 p.m. Moving on to men's lacrosse, the Generals traveled to Binghamton on Saturday to take on the Broome Community College Hornets. With the score tied at 5 at the half, Herkimer would score 6 goals in the second to put the Generals on top 11-7, pull out the victory, and improve to 2-0 on the season. Michael Fuoco and captain Tony Karam led the way for Herkimer, each netting a hat trick on the day to contribute to the offense. The next match on schedule for Herkimer was today, as the Generals hope to remain undefeated, taking on Finger Lakes Community College at 4 p.m. at Wareham Stadium. Softball season is now in full motion, and it already appears we're going to see another strong showing from the Lady Generals. The defending national champions have started off their season going 7-4 and remaining undefeated within their conference. Herkimer's 4 losses so far have come from non-conference opponents Lewisburg College and Richard Bland College. The Lady Generals, who are led offensively this year so far by power-hitting sophomore Ashley Sterrett, will take the field next this coming Thursday at home against the Hawks from Mohawk Valley Community College. Now on to women's lacrosse. Herkimer started play today at 4 p.m. against rival Mohawk Valley Community College at Proctor High School in Utica. We don't have a score for you just yet, but the game will count as a home match for MVCC. And while the Lady Generals have yet to complete a match, they have named their captains for this season. Alexis Cawhey, Nicole Evans, Emily Kufal, and Nicole Maggio are all New York natives, and with the exception of Cawhey, all sophomores too. Well, that's this week's edition of Sports Wrap for you. I'm Brady Lawrence. Stay tuned. You're watching HCTV News. We'll be right back with more after this.
You wouldn't knowingly let your children intake poison. Would you?
Time now for the HCTV News Question of the Week. It's your turn to express your thoughts on campus-wide issues.
Hello and welcome back to HCTV News here on HCTV. I'm Christopher Klausner. Thanks for joining us. Time now for our HCTV News Question of the Week, where we comb the campus looking for your on-camera input. While the career fair was going on earlier today, HCTV News reporter Sean Messier was on the scene asking students about what business they were excited to see attending the fair.
Hello, I'm Sean Messier for HCTV News with your Question of the Week. This week's question is pertaining to our career fair, and the question is, which career at the fair are you most interested in? What careers are you interested in, and why are you interested in them?
Well, I'm interested in computer science careers, but there's not really a whole lot here. But it's good to see that the Valley still has lots of job opportunities still in the area.
Okay, so you're not really finding anything up your alley, but there are definitely a lot of options here, right?
Oh, definitely.
What career are you interested in and why?
Okay. I'm interested in a business career and accounting also. Accounting more so that I can make a sufficient amount of money, and I want to open my own business.
Okay, so have you found anything interesting here at the career fair?
Yeah, there's I can work in an office and just begin like a business setting, an office setting, to become an accountant.
So what career are you most interested in at the fair, and like what career are you just looking for in general?
I'm looking for a career in healthcare. I have a nursing background, and I've noticed that there's a lot of people here that are looking for coverage, and that's mostly what I'm interested in.
Tell me, what career are you interested in, and why are you interested in it?
I'm interested in Walmart. Not really. I'm interested in the broadcasting field. I see they got a couple radio stations and stuff out there. I was checking it out. They got a little bit of everything here. They got banks. They got ARC, the Insight House. So, it's a cool variety today, Pretty much anything you're interested in, you could find out more information about it. I think it's a really cool program we do here at Herkimer College.
Luckily for me, like many of the students that came to the career fair at Herkimer College, I found myself a career. Thank you for watching. I'm Sean Messier for HCTV News Question of the Week. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sean. Be sure to tune in next week for another edition of HCTV News Question of the Week. And don't be shy if you see our crew around campus Thursday afternoons looking for your opinion. Well, stay with us. Coming up after the break, Brady Lawrence introduces us to Lisa Colangelo from the Herkimer Area Resource Center. That's straight ahead in our Newsmaker segment, right here on HCTV News. Stay with us.
Peaceful, calm, full of natural beauty. The Adirondack Park in upstate New York is the place for your outdoor adventures. Take a leisurely stroll as you browse the shops of scenic Old Forge. Take a dinner cruise along historic lakes. Boats depart at various times throughout the day from Old Forge Pond. Or head deep into the Adirondacks for a true wilderness experience. Set up at your own private campsite. Build a roaring fire. Take a relaxing canoe ride. Enjoy the natural splendor that's just up the road. The Adirondack Park, where you can get away from it all without going too far away. Are you ready to go? Then go ahead and visit www.apa.state.ny.us for details regarding your next Adirondack adventure.
Hello and welcome back to HCTV News. I'm Christopher Klausner. Thanks for joining us. We're here each week at this time with a 30-minute newscast produced by Herkimer College Communication Arts, radio, television broadcasting majors. This live weekly newscast is a production of RT 263, an advanced video production class offered here at Herkimer College. Up next, Brady Lawrence is interviewing Lisa Colangelo from HARC to tell you what the Herkimer Area Resource Center does in our live Newsmaker segment. Brady?
Thanks, Chris. I'm Brady Lawrence here with Lisa Colangelo of the HARC. Lisa, thanks for being with us. First question, what exactly is the HARC for those who don't know?
The HARC stands for Herkimer Area Resource Center. We are a not-for-profit organization. We provide services for individuals with developmental disabilities throughout Herkimer County.
Okay. So what are some of the things that the HARC does for the community and gets involved in?
Okay. We provide services for adults in our residential setting. These are homes that we own in the area where adults with developmental disabilities live. We provide services and care for them. We also provide services in the community. There we can provide services for children and or adults. We do respite services. We do habilitation. We take our folks out in the community. We also have a Career Connections division which helps individuals find employment in the community.
So what is it that you do at the HARC? What's your position?
I am the recruiter at the ARC, and I am also the volunteer coordinator. I hire individuals, I interview, and I also look for volunteers. I do internships and practicums for students.
So you could say that you enjoy your job and what you do at the ARC?
Yes, I do. I really enjoy my job. I believe in the mission statement, and I really do enjoy working with people. I help them. So I do enjoy my job there.
How did you get into such a specialized field like that?
Okay. Well, years ago I worked for a not-for-profit agency when I was young, and then I worked for a for-profit agency, which was great. I learned a lot there. That's when I got into human resources. It was very stressful, and I wanted to get back into the human services field, working more with people. So I saw the ad and I applied. Yep, so a little more people oriented. So I just saw the ad, applied, and that was 14 years ago.
You haven't looked back?
No.
What kind of events are scheduled through the ARC that are coming up?
Okay. The first event we have is coming up on Monday, June 2nd. It's the Enabler Golf Tournament, and that's being held at Pine Hills Golf Course in Frankfurt. You can go to our website and view information on this. It's an all-day event. There's prizes. It helps to raise funds for unfunded services that we provide. We also have a Heart and Soul 5K and 10K run, which is coming up on Saturday, September 6th. The 10K portion is new. It used to be just 5K. It is now 10K, and that is held in East Herkimer in the morning. Again, there's also prizes for each of the male and female winners in the age divisions. And then on Saturday, October 25th, we have our New York International Wine Auction, which is held at the Turning Stone Casino. It's a great event. This last year, we grossed $300,000. And that also funds, all of these events fund programs we have that are not funded.
You mentioned the website. Is that HARC.com?
No, it's the actual www.herkimerarc.org. People can look at events on there. There's also other events that we have. We have a Life is Beautiful tour several times throughout the year on Wednesdays. People can come down, they can tour the facilities, we feed them lunch, take them out to other buildings that we have. There's also information on all the 3 events that I spoke about on there, such as registration and more information just in general on what's going on.
Okay, so how does one get involved in these events that are upcoming?
Well, what you can do is you can call the main number at is 574-7000. You can also apply online. If you wanted to work for us, our application is online. You can also call that number 574-7000 and just say, I want to volunteer. We have many volunteer places that people can volunteer. They can volunteer with our folks. I have a lot of students that come down and do their practicum, their internship there. Basically what I do is I bring people in and I sit and speak to them and ask them, what they're interested in, what they would like to do. We're always looking for volunteers.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Lisa Colangelo of Herkimer HRC. I'm Brady Lawrence. This has been Newsmakers. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, thanks, Brady, and thank you for joining us. That's HCTV News for tonight. Just a reminder, you can catch HCTV News every Thursday afternoon at 5 o'clock throughout this semester. Tune in for an encore presentation Friday at 5 as well. Newscasts are also archived on our YouTube channel, and find us on Facebook too. For more details on the communication arts programs offered at Herkimer College, visit www.herkimer.edu/learn. For everyone here in the communication arts programs at Herkimer College, I'm Christopher Klausner. Thanks for watching and have a great day.